Milan, darling, Milan.
Say poodle, y'all think run this. Miss she, her black. Designer say Gucci, Prada print. DOE, I'm a condo rich. Big Dolce, Diva, Donda, Dundada, Tokyo, Honda drip. Poppin' Dolce season, new persona, new pushback, but I'm still. Gonna get that.
Today, it's Madden NFL football. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Now from the home of the Dog Pound, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
And to say that this is a big spot is the classic understatement. It's a ton of pressure on this rookie quarterback as he gets to play right away. And let's face it, he's trying to take in every moment from his first start, but at the same time, he's got to focus on what's in front of him.
To throw is Sanders. Throwing to start the drive. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's dependent on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Sanders. Will find the former Steeler, Deontay Johnson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Sanders now on 1st and 10. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Sanders. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll run here with Edwards. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. They'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Now Lutz for the field goal try. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Cowboys making their way out behind the NFL's leader in touchdown passes for 2023. In his 9th season now, Dak Prescott.
And he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, where he finished as a runner-up in the MVP chase after throwing for over 4,500 yards, 36 touchdowns, and less than 10 interceptions for the first time in a few years. An integral part of the Cowboys' run to the playoffs. He's hoping to take it a step further here in 2024.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. All right, rifles. One, and that's going to be intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. And how about finding this guy without a home? Signed as a free agent this past week.
Doesn't make much sense to me. I'm not sure how you felt about it, but I thought he would have had a home a long time before this. And now, just find a way to put it in his hands and let him run.
On play action, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
And that flag's on Myles Garrett, and we know he's got a nose for getting after the quarterback, but that time, even though he's going to protest it a little bit, he's a step late, and they hit him with the penalty.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Tolbert, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. And there they got him the ball just Get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to kick.
Here's Sanders. Throwing to start the drive.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Sanders. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
The Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
There you go, partner. That's some old school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser at fullback and let him get the job done.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. George Pickens, his intended receiver there.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
Lamb will go in motion. Now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Mostert.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with and the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. And back deep, Deontay Johnson.
A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Edwards. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Sanders. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Sanders. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy. A 1-yard touchdown reception. First down, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught by Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Prescott to throw it. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Raheem Mostert. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are back within a score. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running. They'll start this drive out on the ground. The all-pro Micah Parsons there on the tackle. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Sanders. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick 6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had. Sanders throwing after the interception. Looking deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now Sanders on 1st down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 61 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A first down throw for Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Miles Garrett in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Prescott on first down. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And with a play clock about to expire, Mike McCarthy's going to take a timeout, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Mostert. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott. And it's caught. And he will dive trying to get the first down, but it looks like he's going to be marked down just short. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Browns were able to come up with a goal line stand. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. Ooh, with a juke. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Brian Robinson with a touchdown run. From there, we take the long trip across the country. About as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. The Vikes' new quarterback for 2024, Sam Darnold, with 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Off the play fake, Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
On first down, they go with Mostert again.
They find some open field here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Prescott looks to throw on first.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Prescott forced out to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
George Pickens.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
To throw is Sanders. Throwing to start the drive. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Following the interception, here's Prescott, escaping the pressure right. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Prescott from the gun. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1 from the 2. Play action now. Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Sanders now throwing on first down. Out quickly to Judy. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Flushed out right. It's caught. Tolbert. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Mostert is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Sanders. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Prescott off play action.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Back to throw. Sanders. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Sanders. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Here's Sanders looking to throw on 2nd down.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Prescott. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's Lamb.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
From the gun, a run with Mostert to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the foot.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Sanders looking middle, and that's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw. Sanders.
Into the hands of Cedric Tillman.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw on 3rd down, Sanders. Under pressure, and down he goes. Osa Odighizuwa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
11 more on that one, and another first down. Back to throw. Sanders. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Sanders to throw on 2nd down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Deontay Johnson. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Throwing, Prescott.
And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available, and they let him go, and now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad.
That's caught by Johnson.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Looking to throw. Sanders.
This will be caught. Judy.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Here's 1st down.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And he He's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So a crucial two-point conversion there, but that's just part one of this two-part story that they need to happen here.
Yeah, they do need to do a few other things, don't they? They got the two, as you noted. Now they've got to make sure they get the onside kick and hope to get into field goal range and maybe have one last miracle left.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's more than a two-part story. It's a three- or four-part story. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down.
So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a fourth down.
Prescott to throw on fourth. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Dallas, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep bombs up, I just can't. Drown my sons, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle for my heart in a case. Head's getting harder to Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers from the seeds that I'm sown. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the right at the end of my wrongs. At the end of my wrongs. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. It's a little good news. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. All I really need is a little. Something bring me back to the middle. All I really need is a little good news.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try